Hello, my name is Lieutenant Jason Fair, Albuquerque Fire Rescue. Today I want to talk about working fires and hopefully provide some answers to some questions that I frequently get asked. I often get asked how many structure fires Albuquerque Fire Rescue actually responds to. In the year 2022, Albuquerque Fire Rescue responded to 423 working structure fires. In the year 2023, that number was slightly down to 356 working structure fires. So as you can see, 2023 actually was not as busy as 2022. So far in 2024, through January, our numbers were up slightly from 27 structure fires in the month of January in the year 2023 to in 2024, we ran 30 structure fires. So those numbers are up a little bit. First arriving units on scene are going to give a size up and declare a strategy, offensive or defensive. The factors that go into declaring that strategy have to do with life safety, or if we are getting reports that people are inside, the amount of fire that crews are encountering on arrival, and the structural integrity of the building. Another question I often get asked is the difference between an offensive fire and a defensive fire. All that an offensive attack means is that crews are going to actually make an interior attack on the fire, and we're going to commit crews to search for victims inside the structure. A defensive fire means we're going to stay outside the structure, focus on extinguishment and protecting exposures, and also doing focused or close searches in areas of the building that we can easily access.
Engine 15 is on scene of a two-story multifamily apartment complex. We do have a working fire. Engine 15 is going to be operating the offensive strategy, stretching into the quarter crossway for fire attack and surge. Engine 15 has apartment command.
The next thing I want to talk about is the number of fires that we have and why not all of those fires generate a SIG alert or a SIG summary. So I'm here at the former location of the Sice Food Mart. This was a building that burned a couple of times. There were big fires and fires that we ended up having to go defensive on. Fires like that will require us to connect to a fire hydrant and establish a water supply to fully extinguish a fire. Is a lot of times the criteria that we use for our dispatch center to send out a SIG alert, and then the battalion chiefs will follow it up with a SIG summary. A lot of our fires, however, are handled with the 500 gallons of tank water that all of our fire engines carry. So we will still call that a working fire. Some of those smaller house fires that we respond to might be a room and contents fire with only one or two rooms that are actually involved. We'll typically put those out with just tank water from that first arriving unit. There is no need to catch a water supply, and those will not generate a SIG alert and a SIG summary. We touched briefly on size ups or on-scene radio reports. Typically the other responding units are listening for a couple keywords, one being the reports of a working fire, the other is the declaration of an offensive or defensive strategy.
Engine 5 is on scene of a small single-wide mobile home. This is going to be a working fire. We have heavy flames shooting from the alpha side of the structure. Looking in infantry call for fire attack and search. Operating offensive strategy. All units continuing for 3. Engine 5 has unit command. Break. Engine 5 to all incoming units. Be aware this is going to be on the Trumbull side.
Lock copy. Engine 5 is on scene of a small single-story mobile home. We have a working fire stretching into 3/4. Conducting primary search. Offensive strategy. All units continue code 3. Keep you on the Trumbull side.
The building behind me is an example of a fire that crews arrived on scene and made an offensive attack and then had to switch to defensive operations. Well, I hope that I was able to answer some questions. I hope that this was informative. If there's any other questions that you have or any topics you'd like to see me cover, please comment below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.